Giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodesh. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodesh. Double honors to my apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, men, women, and children. The speckled bird, to the Israelite foreigner, I'd like to say shalom to you. It says, loners usually are very spiritually sensitive to energy. Now, whenever you come into this truth, you'll go through a lot of stuff. Sometimes you might be lonely. You might end up, without a woman, or say you do have a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just never know if she's gonna stick around to the end, because of what you do. But being in this truth, you spend a lot of time with the Lord, alone in your apartment, or just in your thoughts. Like me, I've had a lot of time, alone. So I understand what these guys are speaking about. You know what I'm saying? You can pick up on people's energy really, really easily whenever you're used to being, around your own energy. And, especially in this truth, the Lord has placed a heavy spirit of discernment upon us. Even before we came into this truth, it was always, our spidey senses be flaring, like the Beanie Siegel song, right? I can feel it in the air. And that's a real statement. We can always feel it in the air. We always know when it's time to leave a party or something. We always know when it's time to get up and skedaddle, roll out, or we always know when somebody's being fake, being insincere, when somebody's angry. We can feel all of your energy, man. We can feel whenever you're being what's that word? Basically, you're not being truthful. Certain tones in your voice, certain way you look, your eyelids jump over here. We catch everything. We be catching stuff, and we can't even help it. So I'm gonna play a few of these videos, and see if this is you. And it's kind of like a gift and a curse at the same time. And if you're around brothers, that's one thing. Well, you know what I'm saying? But still, even being around brothers, you have time alone whenever you go back to the crib or whatever. All right? And, you pick up on things. You pick up on things the more that you're alone. Let me play this real quick and stop talking.
People who spend a lot of time by themselves, they usually can tell when somebody's fucked up. Because you spend a lot of time to yourself, you start to be able to notice all of the different shifts of energy, whether it be positive or negative. You can tell when a negative ass person comes around you. You can feel it. Literally in your bones, you feel it. You could be with somebody having fun. Y'all can have positive energy going on. As soon as their energy shifts to something even slightly negative, you can feel it. You pick up on it.
Right.
Because when you spend a lot of time alone, it's like you harnessing your inner chi when you do this. You harnessing your own energy. You know exactly what your energy feels like. So if anything interferes with it, even slightly, a little bit, you can tell, you can feel it. How somebody walking, how they talking to you, how they looking at you, how they acting. All this stuff sends off energy towards you, and you pick up on it. It's like you got spidey senses. And that's like the best way I can put it. People don't understand when you are alone a lot and you start to go around people again, you feel everybody's energy.
And that's the real shit. You feel everybody's energy, man. All right? From the slightest, it could be the slightest thing. You can pick up on it. It's like the Spirit of the Lord makes you pick up on those sort of things. It's really the Lord. It's really the Lord giving you that spirit of discernment. Those angels around you, letting you know which way to go and which way to turn. All right, and not all brothers' stories are like that, because a lot of brothers they're more extroverts. They like company. They like being around people, maybe, you know what I'm saying? We're all different, you know. Uh, some of us, you know, like myself, you know, I'm an introvert and I'm a misanthrope and a bunch of different things. I just don't even like people sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's because I can pick up on their energy and it's so strong. I be picking it up and I can tell that they fake. I can always just tell, like, man, you bullshitting with me. It's just something, and I learned over time. Like, I give a person the benefit of the doubt, and they always prove that energy that I was feeling in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it's like, you know, I get to a point in life where I'm just like, well, you know, I'm just gonna trust my intuition, man. I'm gonna trust what the Lord is trying to tell me about said such and such individuals and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I ain't got to be like mean to mugs or whatever, but I just don't mess with you like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just how it is, man. Let's play this other one. Ephesians 6:12. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities." And I bring that out because, you know, what we see with our eyes is flesh and blood whenever we feel these things about people's energy. But in reality, it's just, you know, like the Lord is sending his angels uh, and to work on us, you know, sending us in the right direction. Well, you know, there's demons actually working on other people, you know, that, you know, you can't help it but to know that that's a demon. Like, you know, you ever been walking through the woods or something, like, hey, the Lord make it so that, like, and there'll be like a huge spider web, and you'll see a big ass spider on it, but you won't see it until you just about to walk through it or something. You know what I'm saying? The Lord will make sure that you notice it so that you don't get it on you. And you know what I'm saying? Like, that's how the Lord be working. Like, he especially with his we hopefully we are part of that elect, especially with, you know what I'm saying, the ones that he really loves. He'll make you notice things about people, about, you know, save you from different traps that are being set up. That's how the Lord do us, man. Okay, so we're wrestling against principalities. You're actually wrestling against spiritual wickedness in high places. These people don't know that they got demons on them, but it's actually demons. That's why you're constantly fighting against against demons. You're basically fighting against spiritual wickedness in high places all the time. Like, people have so many spirits on them, man. And we can see those spirits. We recognize them. All right. All right, and we move accordingly. All right, and we praise the Lord Yahweh Shem Shai for not letting us get caught in certain traps, you know, through the Spirit, because the Lord has always got his angels encamped around about us, man. So, you know, whenever you feel like that, you know, the reason why these sort of things happen is because we really fighting against demons. It says, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places." And that's according to the book of Romans chapter 1. All right, because the Lord gave them over to, like, people. He gave them over to whatever they wanted, right? He gave them over to those reprobate minds. He gave them over to Satan, pretty much, man. I don't think it's Romans 1. Which one was it? I was just reading it. It's one of them's in Second Thessalonians, right? Yeah, this is let's read this. Let's read Second Thessalonians first, and then I'll come back, because I know that it's one in Second Thessalonians 2, and yeah, this is so pretty much these people are following Shaitan. You know, like 2/3 of our people, the reason they're going to be cut off and die because they're totally connected to the spiritual demon Satan, man. They're connected to this world. They're connected, and they don't want to hear this word. They got demons on them, literally. And the Lord let that happen. It says, verse 8, I'll start at 7. "For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. All right, the Heavenly Father is letting Esau, Edom, so-called white man, all right, because the earth was given into the hand of the wicked. Job 9:24. So the white man, Esau, Edom, the devil the Bible speaks of, he's ruling this world in wickedness, and they pray to Satan. They go and do all types of seance and call up devils and demons and sacrifice children. That's what they do here in America. This is what these wicked elites do, man. So there's demonic entities over the people. Okay, through the television, through things that they hear, the rap music and everything else. There's demons just running rampant in America, man. All right, that are on these people. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. Talking about Esau, Edom. Spirit of the Lord's mouth is his prophets, and we're consuming this place. The scriptures speak about how they can't sleep. Pretty much, we're making it hard for these devils to sleep at night. All right, what's that? Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2. He was made to reprove our thoughts. All right, so they're getting ready to come down with that great wrath. They're like, oh, okay, we got to come after these guys because what they're preaching, this is shaking everything up. Okay. It says, I want to get straight to the point. Slakia. It says, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. It's talking about the white man, Esau, Edom. It says, with all power and signs and lying wonders, AI, Chat GTP, all these things. These are all those miracles in the sight of the beast, spoken about in the book of Revelations 13. All right. These great miracles, putting chips inside your hand. That's a line. That's a sign. That's a sign of that the Lord is coming. Lying wonders. It says with all power and signs and lying wonders, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. So a lot of people are being deceived. They're following the false prophet because they receive not the love of the truth. Yeah, they reject the mouthpiece of the Lord, which is his prophet. They receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. So they chose their side, man. It says, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So I say that to say this. So the Lord gave them over that, like it says. It says, verse 11, and for this cause God shall send them strong delusions, that they should believe a lie. So he basically gave them over to Shaitan. Going back to Romans chapter 1, and I think I've seen something in here I wanted to get. Yep, Romans chapter 1 and 28. And even as they did not like to retain God in their knowledge, and even as they did not like to retain Yahweh in their knowledge, the Most High gave them over to a reprobate mind to do those things which are not convenient. So the Lord gave them over to that. So when you out here in this world, you're literally fighting against those spirits, those wicked entities that are on these people. The Lord gave them over to those things, man. All right, they got a spirit of Shaitan on them, literally, because the Lord gave them over to that. That's why you don't want to be around them, because you can feel their energy. You can tell, like, sometimes you don't even want to be around certain family members. You don't want to be around this person or that person. You just want to be by yourself. Hell, sometimes you don't even want to go to the store. You feeling everybody's energy. As soon as you walk in there, you can see people's eyes that you can. Sometimes you can just tell people got demons on them. And it's picking up. Let me get one more video and I'm going to close out.
Because you spend a lot of time to yourself, you start to be able to notice all of the different shifts of energy, whether it be positive or negative. You can tell when a negative ass person comes around you. You can feel it. Literally in your bones, you feel it. You could be with somebody having fun. Y'all can have positive energy going on. As soon as their energy shifts to something even slightly negative, you can feel it. You pick up.
Yeah, you can tell. That's why brothers don't like to be around Jake. You know what I'm saying? And then Jake make videos about how, you know, we racist against our own people and this, that, and the other. But, you know, like, you know, brothers don't want to be around Jake because a lot of times Jake screw the party up, man. They always messing something up, always shooting up something. All right. You know, you try to go to a night like the Apostle Ricard always, he be speaking about it. He's like, we go to a nice restaurant or something, then all of a sudden Jake start going, you know what I'm saying, and it start messing things up. Then we had to go somewhere else because, you know what? Hey, it's the truth, man. It's the truth that Jake, you know, hey, but we're gonna be beautified. The Lord gonna take us out of this reprobate mind state. All right, but 2/3 are gonna have to be cut off and killed here in America, man. They're gonna have to be destroyed with thermonuclear fire. They're gonna have to be reborn into the kingdom, because the scriptures say all Israel shall be saved. But it's just so many of our people that are just so gone that they're just going to be destroyed, man. They're going to be destroyed here on this side because their energy is of Satan. All right.
Because when you spend a lot of time alone, it's like you harnessing your inner chi when you do this. You harnessing your own energy. You know exactly what your energy feels like. So if anything interferes with it, even slightly, a little bit, you can tell, you can feel it. How somebody walking, how they talking to you.
Especially how they talking. I can pick up on clues in people's talk. Like I can pick up on like the slightest little thing. You know what I'm saying? Like I can tell like if they mad, if they've been having a bad day, if they want to be a smart ass. Like sometimes people will say smart ass shit and they don't even know that they're saying it. But I pick up on it. You know what I'm saying? Like damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't even want to pick up on that smart ass shit. I want to be pissed off about it, but I'm not going to. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people are such assholes that they got so many demons on them that they don't even know that they're being an asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, but you pick up on these things. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's like, I would rather not. I would rather not deal with you. I would rather not be around you. I'd rather not talk to you. Because just 5-minute conversation with you, I can already tell what you about, who you are, all that shit. I can already tell if you faking or not, man. You know, and that's how the brothers. That's how we are.